Too Fast, Too Furious was supposed to save the Fast and Furious franchise. Instead, it nearly blew the entire production to pieces. Real cars worth millions, destroyed in seconds. A lead actor who almost died, and a budget that exploded through illegal street racing during filming. These are 15 facts about Too Fast, Too Furious that are more brutal than any chase scene in the movie. 2003, John Singleton, Miami as a neon playground. Vin Diesel was out. Paul Walker had to carry it alone. The mini-payoff. On the first day of shooting, the crew crashed 11 cars simultaneously. The studio got the bill while cameras were rolling, and that was just the warm-up. Fact 1. Day 1 of filming, Miami Beach, 6 a.m. The scene was supposed to be simple. A few cars racing across the bridge, controlled chaos. The team had planned for weeks, briefed stunt drivers, safety measures down to every detail. But then a driver lost control at 180 kilometers per hour. His Nissan Skyline rammed 3 camera cars, a police vehicle, and crashed into a barrier. The chain reaction destroyed 11 vehicles in 23 seconds. Wreckage flew 30 meters. The studio demanded an immediate production halt. John Singleton kept filming, and the scene made it into the final cut, because real chaos was cheaper than CGI. Fact 2. Vin Diesel versus Universal Studios. Diesel had a deal, $25 million plus creative control. Universal offered $20 million, no control. Diesel declined. Universal thought he'd come back. He didn't. Instead, he made The Chronicles of Riddick. Paul Walker had to shoulder the franchise alone. Universal rewrote the script in 3 weeks. The budget exploded by $15 million. Diesel won without setting foot on set. Fact 3. Everyone thought the street racing scenes were shot in the studio. In reality, the team filmed 40% of the races during actual illegal street races in Miami. They infiltrated the underground scene and filmed real racers who had no idea they were landing in a Hollywood film. The wildest stunts were never planned, they just happened. Miami PD asked questions. The studio quietly paid fines. Fact 4. The boat jump scene. A Camaro was supposed to jump from a trailer onto a motorboat. First take, timing wrong, car crashes into the water, driver barely survives. Second take, boat too slow, car breaks through the deck, $50,000 in damage. Third take, perfect, except the driver broke 3 ribs and kept driving anyway. They had to repeat it twice more. The crew called it Kamikaze Tuesday. Fact 5. Tyrese Gibson was supposed to learn how to drive. He claimed he was an experienced street racer. Problem: he'd never driven a sports car. He drove automatic and had no idea about manual transmission. The studio hired a crash course instructor. The first 3 days, he destroyed 4 practice cars. On his first stunt scene, he drove in the wrong direction. The scene stayed as an improvised gag. Fact 6. Paul Walker carried more pain than anyone knew. During filming, Walker had a shoulder sprain he kept secret. Insurance would have prohibited stunts. He popped painkillers, concealed the injury, and did every action scene himself. During the finale sequence, he actually broke his shoulder. The crew only noticed at wrap when he collapsed. Walker insisted on not filing insurance claims. The scars remained until his death. His sacrifice saved production time and destroyed his body. Fact 7. The neon aesthetic was a technical nightmare. No one had ever filmed so many LED underbody lights simultaneously. The lights overloaded the cameras, made night shots impossible. The team developed their own camera technique. Dimmable LEDs plus high-speed shutter. It delayed filming by 2 weeks, but it set the standard for auto-action films for the next 10 years. Fast and Furious, Need for Speed, Baby Driver, all copied this technique. Fact 8. Universal wanted to force a PG-13 rating. John Singleton shot harder, rawer, with real violence. The studio threatened removal. Singleton cut a tame version, and secretly his director's cut version. Universal tested both. The audience hated PG-13. The hard version got standing ovations. Universal had to give in. Singleton won back control by proving to the studio that viewers wanted harder content. The lesson shaped the entire franchise future, and that was only the first half. Stay tuned, because now comes a fast food empire on set, Eva Mendes' most dangerous stunt, and a budget scandal that nearly drove Universal to ruin. It's not getting tamer, it's getting harder. Fact 9. The franchise broke a taboo. Product placement became the business model. Universal literally sold every second of screen time. Burger King paid $2 million for the drive-thru scene. The craziest part, Mitsubishi paid $8 million so their Eclipse would be the hero car in the finale, even though the script called for a Nissan. The screenplay was rewritten for money. Hollywood called it creative partnership. In reality, it was storyline prostitution, and it set the precedent for every franchise after. Fact 10. The budget exploded from $76 to $142 million. 78 more cars destroyed than budgeted. Miami shoots twice as expensive. Singleton insisted on additional action scenes. The studio tried to stop filming. Singleton threatened to quit. Universal kept paying. The film made $236 million, but the budget catastrophe was used internally as a warning. Hollywood learned, sometimes explosions are profitable. Fact 11. The set became a party zone. During the Miami shoot, real club promoters ran around freely, models as extras, who stayed after wrap. Tyrese later admitted that some scenes were shot with a light buzz. Paul Walker stayed away. The crew didn't. A production assistant was caught dealing and fired. The studio stayed silent. Miami sold itself, and excess was part of the branding. Fact 12. Eva Mendes insisted on real stunts. She refused any stunt double. Every chase, every fight, she wanted to do herself. In the scene where she jumps from a moving car, she broke her ankle. Mendes had her foot taped and shot 3 more takes with a broken ankle. The pain in the final scene, real. She limped for 2 months. Her justification, if the men do real stunts, so do I. Fact 13. Critics hated the film. Rotten Tomatoes, 36%. Hollow action spectacle without substance. The audience didn't care at all. Opening weekend $50 million. Universal expected a flop. Instead, it became the most successful June release of 2003. Critics complained about exactly what fans loved: dumb action, neon aesthetic, zero story. Today the film is considered a cult classic. The reviews are irrelevant. It defined what the franchise would be: spectacular nonsense that makes billions. Fact 14. The film transformed car movies into superhero franchises. Before Too Fast, Too Furious, car movies were niche genre. Gone in 60 Seconds, The Italian Job, solid, but limited. Too Fast, Too Furious broke the rule. Cars weren't transport, they were superpowers. The formula: over-the-top action plus diverse cast, plus global locations, equals money machine. Tokyo Drift, Fast 5, Furious 7, all built on this. Even Marvel learned, franchises live on escalation, not realism. The Legacy: a bad film that created a billion-dollar empire. Fact 15. The film saved Paul Walker's career and almost destroyed it. Walker was nearly bankrupt before Too Fast, Too Furious. After the first Fast and Furious, 5 flops. Into the Blue, Timeline, all flopped. His agent told him he was finished. Universal didn't want him for the sequel. They offered the role to Josh Hartnett, Mark Wahlberg, Christian Bale. All declined. Walker was the last option, for half the money. The film became his lifeline. It cemented him as a franchise star for the next 10 years. But it cost him. He was typecast as the Fast and Furious guy. No studio gave him other roles, trapped in the franchise that saved him. The irony: the film that revived his career became his golden cage. Too Fast, Too Furious destroyed cars, budgets, and careers. But it built an empire that still prints money today. Miami was just the beginning. The madness had just found traction.